What's going on, YouTube? I got a review for you guys. 2021 Vermeer BC 1500. I feel like my review is of value because I've had the older 1400 diesel and a newer 1500 diesel, and this one's gas. So from my experience from the other machines, comparing it to this one is why I feel that my review is of somewhat of value. I'll start off by showing you the main reason I went with this machine was the gas engine. I'm almost 100% sure this is a GM 350 crate motor, kind of like what's in like a 1990s GM trucks, Suburbans, and Tahoes. It's probably a little bit different because of its application, but I'm pretty sure it's basically the same engine, 5.7 350. Gas, has a catalytic converter. Good thing it doesn't have a DPF system. There's a catalytic converter there, has a muffler there, so you don't gotta worry about your DEF fluid, and the maintenance will be a lot cheaper than the diesels, because if you remember, those filters are a lot bigger, the fuel filters are, and the oil filters, so it's obviously more money, and they take a lot more oil. And this is just regular gas engine maintenance. Smaller radiator too compared to the diesels. So I mean, that's less money on coolant flushes and stuff like that. The good thing with this machine is that it has the air filter on the outside, so you don't have to come into the engine compartment to clean out your air filter. And again, I'm almost 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this same air filter system is the same one on our 1800s and even the AX19, which is kind of nice because you just stock up on one filter for all your machines. Leave a comment if I'm mistaken. I'm almost 100% sure. Another good thing on this newer machine, the fuel tank, which is right in here, is metal. It's a metal tank. Compared to the older machines, they were plastic, and the concern with that was if you ever jackknife these one of these chippers into the truck, it could possibly puncture the fuel tank. So that's something good too. Plus, having the fuel tank there made out of plastic, I don't think was such a good idea with the cargo area. I don't know, stuff coming in and out, something can go wrong there. Never did, but it's always was always a thought. Another thing, comparing this machine to the older machines, it has this compartment for the controls, which is good because on the older machines this would fill up with condensation and then get kind of burnt up from the sun, and you couldn't really see the gauges, so this was pretty much useless because you couldn't see what's going on. Other than that, it's all the same. You have your equal idle settings, your smart feed, and your throttle up, throttle down. Obviously this one you don't have the spark plugs, because not the spark plugs, the glow plugs, because it's gas. So this is a nice feature I like. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. You got the main grease fittings here for the bearings for the roller. This one has the winch option. It's nice, it has this rope instead of cable like on a winch you would see on a truck or tow truck. Highly recommend to get the winch. It saves time, saves labor, and it's not in the way. I mean, I'm 5'11" and I have to reach up for this to be in the way, so you won't hit your head on it. Totally out of the way, so I recommend that. The roller system, feed rollers are the same as in the 1400s and the older 1500. Again, I feel like the 1400 is the same as the 1500. I don't see anything different as far as the feeding and chipping part of the machine. Same drums, same blades, and the rollers are the same. So correct me if I'm wrong, or if I didn't see what details make it different. Here's the choker that comes with the winch. Pretty self-explanatory. Choke off your branch, and there's no knot tying. This just slips into here like this. You get the idea. Hydraulic fluids is in the same spot as the older machines. Your grease point there is the same. This is kind of different when you're changing out your blades to lock the drum in place. The other ones had a spring controlled handle. It was like a spring you would push and then spin and then push back in to hold the drum in place. This is just sits in there like that, which I'd prefer the older style, because this can break and you could lose it. What else? Coolant areas in the same place up here. The screen to protect the radiator is the same. I wish they would have made this a little easier to access to clean out and maintenance, because debris still gets through this screen and plugs up the radiator. Other than that, it's basically the same machine. Actually, these tires, 18 ply tires, don't come on the older machines. They come with, I have a set here, I'll show you. They come with these tires here, which I don't know how many ply tire these are, but they're not as heavy duty as these tires here. So those other tires always looked like they were low on air because the machine was too heavy for them, and these obviously look fine. And the other ones wore out a lot faster. They would wear out towards the inside. I don't know why, but they would. We'll come in here in the I don't know what you want to call this compartment. It's the feed roller access. Obviously you have a lot more going on here because of the winch, but still it's not in the way of anything. All this is the same, comparing it to the older 1500s. Comparing it to the 1400, these springs, the way these springs are mounted on the machine is a little bit different. On the 1400, it has these handles you would unlatch and then push forward. It would decompress the springs so you could take them off and then pull them back into place, and then tension the springs when you want to roll these out to clean or access the drum. Let's see if I can get this with one hand. These are pretty new, so I can't get them undone with one hand. This is pretty easy to maintenance. Compared to the 1800s, you actually have to undo 2 bolts on the top to get into this area on an 1800. This, no tools required. You just pop it open. You can blow out all the debris, slide this out, blow the debris out, and lubricate these with slide area with WD-40. And these are easier to get to clean this area, because believe it or not, somehow, I don't know how it happens, but debris will get inside here, and if you don't clean it out, it'll make it all the way up top. I've seen it happen, and it takes a long time to get that clean. Oh, let me show you something. The reason that this is a lot better than the 1800s, I don't know if it's happened to you guys, but you could just come in here, slide these open, can't really see, but I don't know if it's happened to you guys. Sometimes you'll get like a little chip or a little branch stuck in between the bed knife and the blade on the machine. So when you engage the clutch, it'll be a little chip. It'll keep the drum from spinning, so you won't be able to engage the clutch till you clear it out. I don't know if that's happened to you guys, but it's nice that to get that cleared, it's a lot faster and easier to do with the 1400s or 1500s. No tools required, which is good. And it happens too, every once in a while there'll be a piece of branch or a piece of wood that'll get jammed up up in here or somewhere in here, and you'll have to shut the machine off, get these spread open, and clear out whatever is keeping the drums or the rollers from feeding. As far as power goes, I can't really tell a difference between the diesel and gas while they're running and you're feeding. But then again, I never really feed anything bigger than 10 inches into the machine. From my understanding, the 1500 stands for the 15 inches of feed capacity. But then again, I don't really feed 15 inches in this machine. I don't think you guys would either if it was your machine. I mean, every once in a while a few pieces, but to make it an everyday thing, feeding 15-inch material through there, I don't do that. But 10 inches and down feeds with no problem at all, assuming your blades are new or in good condition. So yeah, guys, that's kind of my review. I like the machine, and for the price compared to the diesel, for what it is, it's an awesome machine. I mean, like, again, I can't tell a difference between gas and diesel while you're actually operating the machine. So let me know what you guys think.